jeder unterhalten.
What up, what up, what up, what up? What is good, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to Georgia Sports Central. It's your boy ACS, and you are watching this on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all things that are sports. What's good, y'all? Hope y'all having a good week so far. I am. Got a couple things on the docket today, right? One day away from Braves opening day ceremonies going on tomorrow. We talking about that a bit. Also, man, shouts out to Atlanta Drive Golf Club, right? With the new TGL league that was going on since I was able to watch some of the stuff, but they in the first year of its existence, the Atlanta Drive won that thing. So talk about that a little bit as well. Hawks trying to make this playoff push. A lot of other things going on. College basketball, Georgia just couldn't cut it, bro. It was a pretty tough one. Gonzaga clapped them cheeks up a bit, but anyway, I'll be back in just a bit. You're watching Georgia Sports Central on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all things that are sports.
IE Sports Radio fans, this show is brought to you by Planet Jerky Premium Brisket Beef Jerky. Planet Jerky is the official jerky of the 2022 California League champion Lake Elsinore Storm, single-A affiliate of the San Diego Padres. This all-brisket jerky has gluten-free options, contains no MSG, no sodium nitrate, is low in sugar, and high in protein. Go to their website at planetjerky.net and follow them on Instagram at Planet Jerky. Planet Jerky, the jerky that's on a whole other planet.
Rise and shine. It's 4 a.m. The stars are still out. The sun is beneath the horizon, but it's time to punch in and go to work. The comfort of your warm-ups turns into the grinding out of your reps as the clinking and the clinking of the plates create a symphony of euphoria. There's no other feeling like it. Earn it, burn it, and take what's yours. IE Sports Radio has proudly partnered with Vital Apparel, a brand that not only fits great, but also promotes and donates to mental health research. Use our code IESR to get 15% off their comfortable and inspiring gym wear and help them on their amazing journey to support mental health. Go hard, take part in your iron therapy, and be strong. Because when your mental health is as strong as you are, there's no telling how far you'll go.
Hey there, IE Sports Radio fans. Be sure to check out our sponsor, Seal the Deal Wax Seals by Cecilia B. You just finished your very own wedding or baby shower invitations and you're looking for that extra special touch? Maybe you just wrote a letter to a relative or a friend and you want to add to their smile when they receive it. Then seal the deal with Cecilia's handmade sealing wax stamps for your invitations, letters, and gifts. You bring the deal, we'll bring the seal. You can find them on Instagram at sealthedeal_wax stamps and on Facebook, Seal the Deal Wax Seals.
What is up? What is up, ladies and gentlemen? You're watching Georgia Sports Central on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all things that are sports. It's your boy ACS. It is Wednesday, March 26th, and opening day is tomorrow, right? Hope everybody's having a great week. Like I said before, your boy's doing all right. Doing all right, man. Doing all right. Having a settled week. Third shift is a thing, though. Sometimes it kind of catches up with you midweek. I'm kind of tired today. But anyway, the show must go on. So some Georgia sports fans are out there, want to hear some commentary on the Peach State. So I'm here to give it to you, man. Here to give it to you, whether, tired, sick, whatever. I try my best to always be here every single week. But sometimes circumstances are out of your hands. People get that. But anyway, first off, you guys like golf? Okay, so I ain't never talked about golf on here before, right? Really, because it's like, even though I'm a fan of the sport, I used to play a long time ago. Matter of fact, I had clubs, didn't have them anymore. And then shouts out to PJ, one of my homeboys, hooked me up with some clubs recently. I still hadn't had a chance to use them yet. I wasn't good, but we used to get out there every single weekend and play 18, and it was just fun. It's just fun. If you've ever played golf before, obviously it's very difficult. I think it's one of the hardest sports, right up there with like wrestling and like boxing and fighting and things of that nature, where you're putting in those sports are hard, man. I don't know if you've ever, I've never wrestled before, but I coached when my son wrestled, and that is difficult. Very, very hard. And golf, I think, is on that level as well. Takes a lot of skill, takes a lot of lifetime of practice and all of that shit to be good. So, like, look, if you play and you're good, shouts out. I wasn't good, but we still enjoyed getting out there on them links and playing like every single weekend, right? So it's just one of them sports, man. If you've ever played it before and you sort of enjoyed it, even though you weren't that good, you understand why. You hit that thing in the water 6 times, you'll be back out there next weekend hitting 6 more in the water, right? Like that's just the fun of playing, man. If you've ever played it and like halfway enjoyed it by any stretch. And so with that, it's like with golf, there's where the players are from, but there isn't any sort of representation team-wise until now. TGL started this thing this season with the SoFi Trophy, or the SoFi Cup is what they call it. And the first year won. I mean, obviously they had some nice shenanigans. It was always fun to watch these things when I was able to catch the matches on ESPN and stuff, because the golfers were sort of letting loose a little bit more looser than they are on the tour when they're actually out there trying to win big dollars. So it was fun to see that another side of these guys, and sort of that little team camaraderie win, which is a little bit different. Was not a lot different than what they're normally used to playing, unless you're talking about like the Ryder Cup or something like that. But it was fun to see. It was fun to watch and sort of experience the players and the golfers being on a level where it's a little bit different, right? So and in his first season, shouts out the Atlanta Drive Golf Club, man, won the SoFi Trophy. The players Justin Thomas, Patrick Cantley, Billy Herschel, and Lucas Glover. 4-man teams, which is nice. I want to know if they're going to expand the teams in the future, right? Because right now I think there's only like 6 teams. And let's see if I can pull up these. Also, there was one putt I'm gonna show you guys, and I apologize if you let's see, Tuesday, 2025 results. Let's see. All right. So anyway, Atlanta Drive beat New York Golf Club 4-3 to win the SoFi Cup. It was fun. Like I said, it's fun stuff to watch. Let me get this putt up here, though. This is a putt right here. This is where's it at? Oh yeah, here it is. Apologies for people who are just are listening and not watching. You're gonna kind of miss out on this thing, but here we go. Put this up. Oh yeah, I forgot about background music, man. I was supposed to try to get some background music for you guys. I need to work on that. Anyway, it was a nice putt, man. Nice putt. This wasn't to seal it, but nice putt. See how the guys let loose throwing putters and hats and things of that nature. So yeah, man, that right there sums up the entire TGL right there. That shot right there that you guys see of these players just having some fun. Having some fun. Hey, Terry, what's good, bro? Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you, man. But yeah, that's I think that sums up this entire season. I'm sure they're going to expand next year. I'm pretty sure like it was pretty successful as far as like people like enjoying watching it, so to speak. So yeah. So that's I wanted to start off the show with that. Just talk about golf just a bit because I had never mentioned it on the show. And like I said, it's hard to like catalog golf when it comes to sort of area specific sports talk, if you know what I mean. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna talk about the Masters in April because I do watch the Masters. Like I said, man, some of these a lot of times it's hard to find time to watch all this stuff, but the Masters is something you just got to put your eyes on, man. I mean, I think unless you're just absolutely not a golf fan, you're probably not going to watch. But I think even if you're slightly, you're going to check out the Masters. You're going to want to see like who's at the top of the leaderboard. You know what I'm saying? Like over the weekend or during the first 2 days during the week, and then what happens over the weekend. But yeah, man, just want to bring that up. Talk a little bit about the TGL, man. Nice first season. Nice first season. Let's see, get this up here. All right, man. Let's jump in. Atlanta United. Doing too well, man. Not doing too well. As of course, the season started, and it was sort of one of those situations where I was like, season start promising start. Where is it at right here? Come on now. Well, now I can't find it. Anyhow, United 1-2-2, 12th in the Major League Soccer. 2-2 tie with Cincinnati this past Saturday. Next game is Saturday against New York City. And not doing too well, man. Not doing too well. As a matter of fact, one of the goals was an own goal for the other team. So for Cincinnati. So like, yeah, struggles, man. Struggles early in the season for the United. Let's see if some things can be turned around. A lot of hope for this season when it started, but obviously, I mean, we're still just minor league in there, just 5 games in, but this is not the start that you'd be looking for if you're a United fan by any stretch of the imagination. Like one dub is not good, man. Hold on, let's check out the power rankings to see where Atlanta falls right now. I know last week they was way down there, man. Way down there. Let's see where they got us at. Let's see. Nashville at 8, St. Louis City, obviously Miami up there at the top, Minnesota United, Atlanta. No, number 15. We rose up a spot, man. Rose up a spot with the tie. We were 16 last week. Now we're 15. Expectations were high for Emmanuel Latte-Lot after Atlanta paid an MLS record transfer fee to sign him, and which they did. And he continues to live up to it. The striker scored another goal and gave the Cincinnati defense fits all game in a 2-2 draw over the weekend. But the Five Stripes aren't doing nearly enough to help out their star right now. They haven't won since the opener, and that's going to have to change with 3 straight at home coming up. So got a homestand. 3-game homestand coming up. And like I said, this New York City Football Club this Saturday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern time, man. So yeah, at home. I need to catch a United game this season, man. I need to get myself to Atlanta, catch one of those games, man. So anyways, let's move on. As we do, sort of move to the Falcons and sort of more, not necessarily Falcons as much as I'll say like NFL talk, considering there's not that much news out there when it comes to the Falcons, and sort of like because the draft is coming up, the combine was just recently, and there's a lot of pro days going on right now, and a lot of things like that are just sort of like this very busy time in NFL season, in the NFL off season. And so let's see, get some of this info. A couple signings for the Falcons, right? My internet might be. I hope I'm still looking good on the camera because the internet is kind of shaky right now, a little bit shaky. But anyway, we'll see. All right, here we go. As far as the Falcons, like I said last week, I was talking about them only having 5 draft picks. Yeah, that's a little bit concerning, right? Round 1, pick 15, round 2, pick 14, no third round pick, no 5th and 6th round picks. So maybe some trades in the future, man. I had hoped I was going to see some Kirk Cousins news. I had seen something, but it was just somebody playing around on the internet talking about some kind of announcement made. Them say, yeah, that's Cousins is let's see, what's this right? What's this, something I was looking for? Apologies, y'all. Apologies. Okay, yeah. Wait. All right. Anyway, let's get back to it. Some news: free agent signing Leonard Floyd, which is the biggest signing that they've had so far this offseason. Aims for a new career high sack total. When talking to the press, the Atlanta Falcons needed pass rush help this offseason. Leonard Floyd needed a job. They're now together in a match not made in heaven, but hopefully in the opposing backfield. That's where Lloyd plans to reside plenty in 2025, setting a new goal for his first season with the Falcons after signing a 1-year deal earlier this month. Getting my highest amount of sacks in one season, that's my goal, Floyd said on Tuesday via the team's official site. It's always been my goal every season. So we'll see what he can do, man. Let's see what he can do. Falcons need that help. I don't know if they're going to pair him with another defensive lineman, which is what it's looking like they're going to do with the number 15 pick in the draft. As I've said before in the show, and as many mock drafts have said, it looks like that's the direction that the Falcons should be going with that first with their pick in the first round, right? They need that. They need that a lot. Let's see what we got here. Regretful Kirk Cousins confirms next career move after bagging $10 million. With the Kirk Cousins news right here with the NFL free agent and the way a power play is brewing in Atlanta. Kirk Cousins wants a move after being supplanted by Michael Penix Jr. Given the complicated details of his contract, it would make sense for both parties to move on. But Arthur Blank isn't budging, and he ain't. He still held to it. He even let him pick up that $10 million, that extra. It says, knowing very well it would trigger his $10 million roster bonus, right? So the Falcons want him as their backup and are reportedly in no hurry to trade him, clarifying that they hold the upper hand despite repeatedly stating that they want to keep him. They are willing to sit at the negotiating table for a trade only if their conditions are met. So it says Falcons would only send Cousins over to another franchise if they are interested in paying some of the players $27.5 million guaranteed salary. Like I said before, that's a tall ask, bro. There ain't no teams out here trying to damn do that, man. Especially, when you still have to put a team around them, and it's like even teams that are looking good, like the Vikings, right? And you think they'll just bring Cousins back, right? Sit McCarthy for another season or something like that. That's a lot of money, man. And no team is just going to tell Atlanta, hey, we'll cover $20 million of that contract, sure, and we'll throw in a 5th round pick. Like, nobody's going to make that leap. Right there quoted at this Essentially Sports article that I'm reading, that's not going to happen. Like, no team is going to do that, man. So that's exactly why Cousins will probably still be there. Why would Cousins block a trade to place where he can start? My understanding is he would be chiefly to avoid the situation he found himself in last April when he was blindsided by Atlanta's decision to take Penix. I remember that happening. Trust me, it's been well documented. When we watched the draft on one of my other sports shows, this is a replay live, and that shocked everybody on the panel. So that was one of the craziest things. Let's see where we at right here. Man, there's something else I wanted to talk about. Okay. Oh, yeah, here we go. Apologies. Couple more signings. Why Kirk Cousins will continue to be a top. I'll probably be, until the season starts, we'll probably be talking about Kirk Cousins. As soon as you start seeing like training camps start and things like that, and along with training camps and things starting, you run into things like people getting injured during training camp. Same thing, JJ McCarthy last season, a couple other cats that have suffered injuries before the season even starts. And then when that happens, teams are out there looking for a competent, quarterback if they so need one, or competent players to fill the hole that the injured player has left on their roster. So like that might be a time, but until the season starts, we're going to be talking about Kirk Cousins when it comes to the Falcons and trades and things of that nature, especially on draft night, because I don't know what's going to take place then. But Could be, man. Let's see. Falcons signed wide receiver Jamal Agnew and safety Jordan Fuller. Also a return specialist, Jamal Agnew holds the lead for career punt return touchdowns right now. And said Jordan Fuller played under Falcons head coach Raheem Morris when he was Rams defensive coordinator from 2021 to 2023. So Jordan Fuller, Jamal Agnew, welcome to the team. Signed with the Falcons during this little break that they have right here. Talking about the cousin stuff. Let's jump into some. Let's do this. Try this right here. Let's take a look, man. What kind of news is popping in the NFL right now? Oh yeah, Russell Wilson to the Giants. And they also signed Jameis Winston, which is crazy. Both those quarterbacks, I guess they're just trying to see. And there's still a thought that they might still draft a quarterback with number 3 pick in the draft if one is still there and available. It looks like it probably will be. I would see Ward going to Tennessee, and the Browns probably gonna get the best player available if they know what's good for them. They don't need to get another quarterback back there. They need to get like the best player available. Giant and Russell Wilson already out here talking about I expect to be the starter. So more returns of kickoff, pitch passes. What is that? Steelers here would clarify stance on Rodgers. I just want to talk about a couple other things that the Titans like Ward, better trade haul. So then maybe there's a trade coming right here. Let's say the Titans, they eyed Ward, but they eye a better trade haul. The cost of trading up to the first pick of next month's draft to select Cam Ward has increased after the Tennessee Titans saw the former Miami quarterback work out at his pro day Monday. The Titans plan to hold an additional private workout and throwing session with Ward, whom the team has become increasingly impressed with. Man, if you want that number 1 pick, it's going to cost you. It's going to cost you severely, probably. Especially if it's like the Giants or somebody that's like right there around number 1, you're obviously going to have to give up that pick that you have in the top 5. And then probably some more, probably another pick in this draft. Probably, let's see, the NFL Hope was banned by the NCAA and gambling pro, but he still have an NFL future. How does it change that? Okay, so there's not much out there. Stephon Diggs goes. Hey, man, that's a good pickup for the Patriots, I suppose, Stephon Diggs, but we'll see what he's still looking like. He seems to look like, because I'm going to tell you, man, last season before he got hurt, he didn't look like the Stephon Diggs of old, if you know what I mean. So he might be declining just a bit. We'll see, though. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of that talk out there, and Diggs probably hearing that shit, so he'll probably come out there with like a stellar season for the Patriots. And it gives Drake May, who I think is going to be a stud in this league, a number 1 receiver to sort of catch some balls and make them look good, right? So, so that's about it for the NFL news, man. It's not, like I said, there's not much out there, man, because of where we are on the calendar. Everybody's waiting for Aaron Rodgers to see where he's going to go, possibly the Steelers now. They had like a long-ass meeting last Friday, I think it was, like 6 hours or something like that. So with the Giants taking Jameis Winston and Russell Wilson, I guess they're out of the Aaron Rodgers talk for now. Vikings seem to have taken themselves out of it. So the only place that I think that he has left to go, if he still wants to play football professionally, is the Pittsburgh Steelers, man. So we'll see what happens with that, man. I don't know. You figure something happened by now, but you know how these teams are, man. I think there's a lot of weight out there because also, I think some teams have seen what happened last year with the Falcons, man, signing Cousins to that big ass deal and then drafting Penix with their first round pick. I think that's scary for potentially, you know what I mean? You're gonna go to the Steelers. What are they gonna do? They're gonna sign somebody like that. I mean, I know they made the playoffs and they don't have an early pick like that. But who knows, right? Who knows? So anyhow, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be back in just a minute. And you're watching Georgia Sports Central on IA Sports Radio, your direct feed for all things that are sports. Be right back.
For the last 10 years, IA Sports Radio has been bringing you amazing content ranging from interviewing legendary athletes, coaches, and other authorized media personnel to building tailor-made shows dedicated to all major sports cities around the country. Make sure to follow us at IA Sports Radio on X, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube to keep up with the latest in sports and with all of our shows. Also, make sure to check out our daily updated website at iesportsradio.com. At iesportsradio.com, you can see our daily show schedule and check out all of our show pages with personal bios to learn a little bit more about each of our awesome hosts. In addition to our show pages, you can catch the iSports Radio blog, Hall of Fame, Fans of the Month page, and our merchandise shop, including t-shirts, tank tops, caps, long sleeves, hoodies, and more. For now over a decade here at iSports Radio, we've continued to be by the fans, for the fans, and we thank you all for your support and for making iSports Radio your direct feed for all that is sports.
What's happening, sports fans? Are you a fan of Southern California sports? Are you looking for a show hotter than a hot summer day in California? Then look no further than the SoCal Supreme Sports Show, where I talk about all things Southern California sports. That's right, all sports teams from Southern California. From the hard-hitting tackles of the NFL, to the killer crossovers and big three-pointers of the NBA and WNBA, to the grand slams of the MLB, to the bone-chilling goals of the NHL, and to the booming kicks of the MLS, the SoCal Supreme Sports Show has it all for you. Oh, and let us not forget about the college sports as well. So join me, Taryn Rodriguez, every week here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports.
What's up, Pittsburgh? This is Ralph DeLeese, the host of the Injury Report on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. Are you that passionate diehard Steelers, Penguins, Pirates, or just a Pittsburgh sports fan? Then please join me on the Injury Report every Tuesday on IE Sports Radio, the direct feed for all that is sports. And I will update you on all that's black and gold, have you telling your Pittsburgh fans and friends what's up with Pittsburgh sports. Tune in Tuesday with me, Ralph DeLeese, the Injury Report on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. Let's go!
What's good, y'all? What's good, y'all? Welcome back to Georgia Sports Central on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. It's your boy ACS, and hope you guys are enjoying the show thus far. I'm enjoying doing it because it's always fun. I love this shit, man. Love talking about sports, man. They'll be around forever, I hope, and hope sports are always there for us to talk about, man. It's I think they make people happier, make lives better. I mean, obviously, team be losing. It is what it is, but at least you got a team, right? A lot of places ain't got no teams, man. A lot of places don't have professional football teams and stuff, dog. So, like, they have to sort of leech on to other fan bases and things of that nature. But I enjoy sports. Love it, man. Love it. So anyway, let's jump up with some Braves, man. Like I said, opening day is tomorrow against San Diego. Spring training was pretty much a split for the Braves. They were 13-5, which they don't count the I am very aware that they don't count the ties or whatever. But some nice games. I've seen some nice hitting, some nice pitching in it's during spring training. But like I said, it's hard to put that much onus on it. I know they did, final spring training game was yesterday. Final against the Cubs, lost 4-2 after the day before playing them, 13-4 win for them. So that was where that was at right there. Season starts against in San Diego. Chavez, man, got our man back. Got our man back, man. hold on, where's it at? Yeah. Jesse Chavez returned to the Braves, Mr. Inevitable. I don't know how many. Dude might as well just stay with the Braves, bro. Just stay with the Braves, man. I mean, obviously, this is like, what is it, third or fourth stint? Can't blame him. Chavez's career numbers with the Braves: 221.1 innings pitched, 3.09 ERA. With 8 other teams, 912.2 innings pitched, 4.52 ERA. So he always plays better with the tomahawk chop, right? So Jesse Chavez and the Braves are meant to be, right? Let's see. Braves signed Chavez to a minor league deal in April of 21. In March of 22, Cubs signed Chavez. In April of 22, Braves acquired Chavez. In August of 22, Braves trade Chavez to the Angels. And in August of 22, Angels released Chavez, right? August 30th of 22, Braves claimed Chavez off waivers, bro. Like 23, spends all year with the Braves. 24, White Sox signed Chavez to a minor league deal. In 23, or in 2024 in March, White Sox released Chavez. March of 24, Braves signed Chavez to a minor league deal. 2024 spends all year with Braves. January of 25, Rangers signed Chavez to a minor league deal. March 25, Rangers released Chavez. And then March 25, Braves signed Chavez to a minor league deal. So that's pretty much how it's been, man. Back and forth over the last 3 to 4 seasons. But it is good to see him back with the Braves. He plays better, obviously, and it just seems like it's meant to be at this point, right? I don't know. It's just those type of things happen. Let's see. The Angels acquired right-handed starter Ian Anderson. The Los Angeles Angels acquired right-handed starter Ian Anderson from the Braves on Sunday in a trade for left-hander Jose Suarez. Anderson had a 2.65 ERA and a whopping 18 walks over 17 innings this spring for the Braves, including 4 starts. So not good. He hasn't pitched in the majors since 2022 after undergoing Tommy John surgery in early 2023, but he was fighting for a spot on Atlanta's roster this spring, right? Let's talk about that, man, for a second. I heard something interesting, and I tend to believe this when it comes to talking about how much more durable athletes were back in the day, right? Not just baseball, but other sports. And it's because of year round, man. It's year round. I heard that point brought up, and I was like, that's exactly what it is. You know, it used to be back in the day, man. You know, you played baseball when you were in high school or whatever. You only played baseball during baseball season, right? That was it. Right. And then and players were able to make their way to the majors off of just that, playing baseball during baseball season, playing in high school during baseball, and then going to college and so forth. But now you know that's not the deal now. Now you know that there's travel ball and things of that nature where, I mean, kids are pretty much like slinging baseballs all year round, right? All year round. So by the time you get to the majors, if you are good enough and fortunate enough to make it there, that old elbows wore out, man. Because I mean, there's a lot of Tommy Johns has been happening in the past, like just 5 seasons, and that's just in general in Major League Baseball. And I have to attribute it to that, right? That's the truth. It just is. The same thing with football. There's like year-round stuff now. There's camps and things of that nature where back in the day, right? You only played during the season, right? You might do some extra work during the offseason conditioning and things of that nature, but you weren't out here, catching footballs all year round or tossing 100-mile-an-hour fastballs all year round. But that's just the case of how it is now. So, the uptick in sort of injuries when it comes to pitchers and their elbows, I think that's pretty much right there at the top of the reasons why. Besides, pure just bad misfortune and chance and things of that nature when it comes to injuries, that kind of stuff, yeah, man, your limbs are worn out by the time. I mean, just think about it like this. Back in the day when pitchers used to pitch, by the time they would retire, their elbows are done for, right? And that's just off doing what I just said, playing baseball only during baseball season, doing these types of things. But now you're wearing that elbow out year round. So like it's going to wear out a lot earlier than it normally would if you're going to, play it like that. But but Ian Anderson, not a good spring. Maybe he's hadn't bounced back yet from that Tommy John, but it's because he hadn't pitched in the majors in a couple years. And so 18 walks and 17 innings ain't going to do it, man. The 26-year-old was the 3rd overall pick in the 2016 draft by Atlanta. And he is 22-13 with a 3.97 ERA over parts of 3 major league seasons. Anderson reached the big leagues in 2020 and won a World Series ring in 2021 after pitching in 4 postseason games, most notably throwing 5 hitless innings in Game 3 of the World Series against Houston. Remember that. It was nice. Says Suarez had spent his entire career with the Angels, who signed him out of Venezuela as a teenager in 2014. He started 34 games for the Angels from 2021 to 2022 and became a key part of their rotation. But Suarez struggled badly in early 2023, and he spent the past 2 seasons moving through the Angels rotation, the bullpen, and the minors while unable to recapture his previous form. So we'll see what happens with him in Atlanta. The Angels and the Braves have now made 4 trades during the current offseason. Los Angeles general manager Perry I can't pronounce that, worked for Atlanta president of baseball operations Alex Anthopoulos with the Blue Jays and the Braves before the Angels hired him 4 seasons ago. So there's that, man. Like I said, not much when it comes to the Braves. A little bit of news, but welcome back, Jason Chavez, to the team. And shout out and good luck, man. The season starts tomorrow. Braves, let's do it, baby. Let's bring home another one of them. Bring home another one of them trophies. Let's hoist some things at the end of the season, right? Also, one last thing on the Braves I did want to mention. This was yesterday. It's a couple of news. The Braves today placed outfielder Ronald Acuna Jr., left knee ACL reconstruction, infielder Nacho Alvarez Jr., left wrist inflammation, and catcher Sean Murphy fractured left rib cage on the 10-day injured list, and placed right-handed pitcher Spencer Strider, right elbow UCL injury, and right-handed pitcher Joe Jimenez, left knee articular cartilage injury on the 15-day injured list. All moves are backdated to March 24th. So dudes will be ready to go. And somebody put up under there and said, yes, let's have no more of these types of tweets for the rest of 2025. We used up our quota in 2024. Absolutely correct. Absolutely correct, man. Injury-riddled season last year with the Braves, who had there was some good looks out there for the Braves like last season. So now that we're moving to this one, again, a lot of players on the DL, but we knew that coming in, that some of these players who got injured last season, who had surgeries in the offseason, weren't going to be ready by opening day. So there you go. Like I said, Acuna, May. And so, like, the Braves, man, you really ain't going to be able to identify their team as far as what they may look like even towards the All-Star break until, like, June, man. It's just until all of these players have returned and until Acuna gets back into the lineup, I think whatever you see from the Braves right now in this first couple months of the season is going to be vastly different than what you see in, like, June. And hopefully that's not because of the other reason. You know what I mean? So, yeah, that's some Braves talk. As we stick to baseball, though, them Georgia Dogs, man, let me tell y'all something. The Dogs baseball team is playing some phenomenal baseball, man. Couple, I think they're 5-1 in the SEC right now. Let me see if I can get some of this stuff pulled up. Stuff to run through real quick. And man, it's weird with the college baseball. There's like so many rankings, so many different rankings. There's college sportsman D1 baseball, and there's which is a perfect game, has some rankings out there. It's kind of odd, man. I've never seen that before when it comes to college sports. I thought there was just like one, you know what I'm saying, maybe a coach's poll or some things of that nature. But nah, man, it's like there's like 4 or 5 different ones, man. And the Dogs, they're all ranked within the top 3 in all of them, I think, or I think top 4. But yeah, it's weird. It's weird. Let me get some of this stuff up right here. When it comes to these guys, it's just a lot of hype surrounding them right now, and I am pretty excited to see where this team goes, man, because they're playing really well, man. And the offense, man, they lead the nation in home runs, man. They're putting some balls out there, man. So, you know what I'm saying? They said they say they feed the trees out there in Georgia. Let's see, get this down right there. So they swept Florida this past weekend in 3 games. Let's see where they're at right here. It's full schedule. Yeah, so they swept Florida. As you know, in SEC play West Georgia yesterday. Had a good game. Where we at? Why isn't it showing the things? Okay, y'all are. Okay, y'all are March. Yeah. 15-4 over Florida. 7th inning run rule was put into play. That's crazy. So yeah, Georgia, man, ranked 2nd and 3rd and 4th, if you depending on which you know what I'm saying, rankings that you'd sort of pay attention to. 5 straight dubs, leading the nation with 74. Number 3, Georgia. improves to 25-2 with 13-6 win over West Georgia. Bulldogs crushed 4 more homers and lead the nation with 74. Nolan McCarthy career high 5 RBIs. Fun one to call. That's Matt Stewart. This is on Twitter. It's dudes talking about the game against West Georgia. So Dogs, man, playing some good baseball, man. Good baseball right now. Let's see what happens with the rest of the season. Everyone in this lineup has juice and they can put it out. It doesn't really matter who's at the plate because those trees aren't safe. That's what I was just mentioning. The trees on Georgia's baseball power. Alton Davis, the second, throwing with conviction, and Georgia's new shopping cart celebration. The dudes are having fun, man. Having fun. Lots of swagger on the team. Like, that's the kind of stuff you like to see, man, from a good team. That's like sort of, I guess, believing in themselves. Feeling themselves probably a bit. Hope they don't feel themselves too much. There's still a long way to go in this baseball season, but yeah, man. So as I said, couple of these rankings, when you talk about the Georgia Bulldogs, let's see, let's go with the latest NCAA baseball rankings. Georgia's number 3 on the Sports Illustrated thing. Tennessee is number 1, Arkansas is number 2, Georgia's number 3. Matter of fact, speaking of, let me see when we play Tennessee. That's gonna be the series there, y'all. That's gonna be the series, y'all. Let me go back here. Let's see. Damn, I'm trying to figure out how to find this thing. Texas. Okay, couple games against Texas coming up. Let's see, Arkansas. I don't see Tennessee on there yet, man. We in the SEC country or what, bruh? Let's see, Oklahoma, 3-game stand against Oklahoma. Let's see, coming up, Missouri, Kennesaw State. Alabama got a couple games coming up against them. Let's see, some May 10th, May 9th. Man, I'm trying to look for these Tennessee games, man. Texas A&M in May. SEC tournament, man. Wait a minute. I know we don't play tournament. Maybe we clapped them up. If so, how are they ranked above us in these things, man? Hey, let's talk about it now. Let's talk about it. Let's see. Let's see what this game. Okay. All right. So I can't find it. I'll try to get that up for you next week on next week's show. Kind of time is kind of running, but yeah, man. Shouts out to the Georgia Dogs, man. Playing some good baseball right now. Good baseball, man. It's good to see. Good to see all facets right here. And then on the Georgia right here on the D1baseball.com poll, Georgia's ranked number 3, right behind Tennessee and Arkansas as well. Previous number 4 right there. And then Perfect Game ranks Georgia number 2 right behind Tennessee with Clemson at 3, Arkansas at 4, and Texas rounding out the top 5. Again, different to these rankings are pretty much totally different from everybody else. Excuse me. But so yeah, there's Georgia. And so let's take a look. All right, so let's move on, man. Let's move on. Talk about staying on Georgia topic. Let's move to football right now. I gotta stop and say something real quick before I get into any sports talk when it comes to any on-field stuff. I don't know what the deal is with Georgia. I know everybody's seen it. I don't know whether Kirby needs to take all the fucking keys from every player on that team. I have no idea. Excuse my language. This is kind of a hot one for me. I don't understand. Something disciplinary needs to happen in Georgia. And I bleed red and black, dog. You can see it right here. I'm always going to be a Georgia fan, but it is kind of troubling to see that come out. And it's been like that for like the past 4 or 5 seasons, man. Like undisciplined actions by players. And of course, Georgia does their due diligence. They get suspended and they get disciplined. But like, how is this stuff happening in the first place, man? And I'm getting tired as a fan getting clowned on by other fan bases because you know the meme that's out there. Oh, your face when you find out that a Georgia player is your Uber driver, and it's all scary and stuff like that. Like something needs to be done, man. Something needs to be done. And I know that it's problems get glazed over when a team is successful, and Georgia has been successful in the past like 5 seasons, especially. So some of that stuff, I don't know what Kirby needs to do, man. I have no idea. I'm not part of that organization. I'm not part of that program. I'm not in the coaching staff. I'm not a player. I'm not in the locker room. I'm not in that building. So I don't know what the problem is. I don't know how Kirby and the rest of that staff there try to knock this shit down. But it's been there, man. It's been there. It's been there. And it's been there for a minute too. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to do about that, man. And I'm sure everybody else out there knows too that that when it comes to comes to these players, man, got to keep them out of trouble, Kirby. Got to keep them out of trouble. Anyway, real quick. Come on now. I was trying to show y'all something. Okay, here it is. Shouts out real quick, man. Shouts out legendary University of Georgia football fan, super dog JT Ricketson passed away. Georgia football super fan JT Ricketson, better known by the UGA faithful as Super Dog, right? My man, you see him on every game, has passed away according to Facebook posts from friends and family. Ricketson had surgery in early March for intestinal bypass. His granddaughter, Michelle Trotter, posted on Facebook when she asked for prayer. She noted that he had a weak heart, but was asking for Dog Nation to lift up her grandfather. Real quick, pull up a picture of him. You know what I'm saying? Let everybody see my man's Super Dog and stuff like that. But here he is right here. Like I said, passed away. Ricketson attended nearly every Georgia football game and was known for wearing a cape with a spiked dog collar, as you can see right there. And his Super Dog shirt with athletic shorts and red lettering, Super Dog, and his Super Dog hat, and often posing for pictures with Georgia fans, young and old. As of 2018, he had attended more than 400 games and had been wearing his cape since 1983. So shouts out, prayers, thoughts to the family. JT Ricketson, Super Dog, man. Appreciate you being a Georgia fan for such a long time. You know what I mean? Good to see. Anyway, as we move on, let's get that down right there. Okay. So Kirby Smart has added to Georgia's coaching staff, hiring 2 analysts to the staff. As you can see, Georgia announced the hires of John Lilly and Phil Rosher as offensive assistants. Lilly has previously worked at Georgia. He was the tight ends coach from 2008 to 15 at the time. Since Lilly has worked with the Rams, Browns, Tar Heels, and Carolina Panthers. Lilly has previous experience with Georgia offensive coordinator Mike Bobo and Georgia offensive line coach Stacey Searles. Rosher has been in the collegiate NFL coaching ranks for 15 years, coaching the offense at both the NFL and collegiate level. He has most recently served as Jacksonville Jaguars offensive line coach and run game coordinator for 3 seasons, after stints with Denver, Washington Commanders, and Minnesota Vikings. So Georgia has added a number of analysts this offseason, including Bryson Allen Williams, Garrett Cox, and Ty Hatcher. Right? So Georgia, hey, man, building up this coaching staff, right? We always lose a bunch of coaches in the offseason because it's, Georgia, just like a bunch of the top teams in the top that are sit at the top of NCAA football, right? So you see that happen. And so that, the ranks have to be replenished from time to time. So that's why you see that there. And again, like I was saying, man, these players, man, Tuggle, let's see, Nitro Tuggle and Marquise Easley, both with moving violations, man, both vehicle-related incidents that they got suspended for. So again, I don't know what the problem is. Because I'm not there, but hopefully Georgia can figure this out, man. Kirby, boys, you got to do something about this, man, because it's not looking good for the university, and it's not looking good for college football, man, in general, right? So, moving on. Real quick to round out Georgia, the G-Day game is set for April 12th at 1 p.m. Wish I could attend. That would be pretty damn dope. Never been to a G-Day game. Yeah, see, again, 107 miles per hour was how fast Tuggle was driving. Dude, what is wrong with y'all fools, man? Y'all got these careers ahead of you, man. I hate to see it, man. Hate to see it. Also, real quick, want to bring this up right here. According to college football alerts, the top 25 college football coaches via New York Times are, and I'm going to bring this one up here because I think this is a cool little thing right there. Bring this up. Just in case y'all can't see, right here, Kirby Smart, number 1, Ryan Day, number 2, Steve Sarkisian at 3, Kalen DeBoer at number 4. I don't see how he's in the top 5, man. I know it's Alabama, and I ain't trying to hate on the Alabama because they always have a good fucking squad. I'm just saying, I'm just saying, like, him as an Alabama coach has not accomplished enough, I don't think, to be right there. Anyway, Dan Lanning at number 5, Dabo Swinney at number 6. I mean, I have Dabo in the top 5 before I would Kalen DeBoer. Lance Leopold at number 7, James Franklin at number 8, Matt Campbell at number 9, Marcus Freeman at 10. I think Marcus Freeman might need to be a little bit higher than that myself. Let's see, Lane Kiffin down around, Josh Heupel. A lot of these teams are at the top 25 with John Sumrall at the end, Jonathan Smith. So, yeah, that's top 25. I think what I've seen from this list right here is everybody agrees on number 1 pretty much, but then when it comes to the rest of these, they have, differing opinions when it comes to some of these other fan bases when it comes to that kind of stuff. But anyhow, let's move on, man. Let's move on. Real quick, Georgia Tech news. I did want to say this just real quick. They moved into the top 25 with their baseball team. They also got a nice squad, man. Georgia Tech, man, they also got a nice baseball squad, man, when it comes to that. So, they're fourth in the ACC. Wait, what is it? No, this ain't what I'm looking for. My bad, y'all. This is the wrong thing. Apologies. Here we go. Something I forgot to mention. Baseball news, Georgia Tech returns to the top 25. Let's see where they're going at. Georgia Tech baseball, 20-4, 7-2 ACC, has been awarded the number 19 ranking in Perfect Game's latest top 25 poll, and number 25 in this week's D1 baseball. Good to see Georgia Tech back in the top 25. Moving on up there with a 20-4 record. Nice record, man. They've got only 2 more losses than Georgia does. So, but I don't know about the ACCs, how strong they are, but they got games coming up. Had Kennesaw State yesterday, got Clemson coming up. Clemson, the 3 games against Clemson, Stan coming up with that one. So, yeah, good to see Georgia Tech back in the top 25, man. Good to see them returning to getting back in there, man. Let's see, top 25, GD game set for them. Yeah, so let's move on, man. Basketball. Let's talk about some Hawks real quick as we get close to wrapping up the show. Let's see what they're doing right here. Let's see. Clint Capella, Hawks news. Clint Capella expected to miss the rest of the regular season. The Atlanta Hawks center, Clint Capella, is expected to miss the remainder of the regular season with an injury to his left hand. The Hawks said Friday an MRI showed Capella had a ligament injury in the 4th metacarpal of his hand. The Hawks said Capella will be evaluated in 3 to 4 weeks. Atlanta's final regular season game is scheduled for April 13th against Orlando. So that's a little hurtful as we're fighting to stay out of the damn play-in. Let's see right here. So the Hawks right now 35-37, first in the Southeast Division, so are currently not in the play-in. We won 3 straight games since last week's L to the Nets. Beat the Hornets 134-102. The Warriors 124-115. I think the Warriors are, Steph wasn't playing, stuff like that. They going through a tough stretch right now. The 76ers beat them 132-119. And then the loss, we caught an L to the Rockets last night, 121-114. Got the next game is tomorrow night, 7:30 p.m. against the Miami Heat. Let's check on these standings real quick. So the 3-game winning streak snapped with that loss to the Rockets, man. But the Rockets are kind of surging right now, playing some good basketball. All right, so the Eastern Conference, right at the top, you got the Cleveland Cavaliers. Let me pull this up, man. Let me see this real quick. That's right. Share this up here. This is on ESPN.com. If you go to NBA right here, you get these rankings really quick. So you got the Cleveland Cavaliers, Boston Celtics, New York Knicks, the Pacers, Bucks, Detroit Pistons, Atlanta currently right here in the play-in. Let's see what is out there. Oh, okay. So we'll see what happens, man. We'll see what happens. We need to be moving in that top, but I don't know if that's going to happen as we're the games behind we are. It's not looking good for the boys. Not looking good. Anyhow, Indiana be surging, man. Some of these teams, man, the Knicks, obviously the Celtics and the Cleveland Cavaliers who've been great all season. Celtics kind of catching up to the Cavs, though. Right? Let's see. That was it on the Hawks. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Clint Capella injury. Let me go back right here. See if there was anything else that I just happened to miss before I sort of wrap things up. Jalen Green scores 32 points, has 11 rebounds. The Hawks. Yeah. So, along with Clint Capella, we have some more. Let's check out the rest of the injuries. Larry Nance Jr. is out Wednesday. That knee will miss the rest of the season. I talked about that last week. Trae Young is on March 26th, day-to-day. What Achilles strain has been listed as probable for Thursday's game against the Heat. Says that March 23rd, Jacob Toppin was out. Clint Capella, as we know, is out. I just mentioned that one. And real quick, y'all, if y'all, want to follow me on any of the socials you see here on X 2279 ACS at _ to that. Also, the Georgia Sports Central Twitter page. If anywhere, Instagram, Threads, Blue Sky, Vero at 2279 ACS. PlayStation Network if you want to jump on the games. ACS 1977. And search the ACS Universal Instant Replay 706 to find some of my other content that I have on that I have on YouTube. So if you're interested, right? If you're interested, real Real quick, so some of the other Hawk stuff as I wrap this thing up. Dyson Daniels, man. Dyson Daniels is having a phenomenal defensive season. From what I'm hearing from other people is he ain't going to win Defensive Player of the Year, even though he should be like very close to the top in the running. His Dyson Daniels defensive leaders this season. Deflections. Dyson Daniels leads with 393. Second, Kelly Oubre Jr. with 248. Son. Steals, 202. Dyson Daniels leads. Second place, SGA with 120. Damn near 100 more steals. Steal percentage, 41.1. Dyson Daniels. Off the chance he takes a steal and he's leading the NBA. Second place, Austin Thompson at 38.9. Stolen passes. Dyson Daniels leads with 113. Number 88, Jokic, right, with second place. Loose balls recovered. Josh Hart leads with 73. At number 2 is Dyson Daniels with 64. So nice, strong defensive player of the year numbers. But again, I keep hearing Draymond's name pop up, so we'll see what happens with that. But I think, look, man, dude's playing his ass off, man. A lot of the dubs that we have so far this season are attributed to Dyson Daniels and his strong defensive play. So next game at the Heat tomorrow. Hopefully we can wrap the season up on some positive notes, man, get in this thing and not have to worry about that. The nasty, nasty play-in that comes with a lot of that stuff. Let's see. All right, let's bring up the real quick before I go. Like I said, Georgia, they didn't make it. They didn't make it to they didn't make it past the first round of the NCAA tournament. Sucks to see it, but the team just wasn't ready. Good to see there. At least they were there after 10 seasons or 10 years of not being there. They finally made it back to the dance. Didn't make it but last one round, but hey, here it is. That's something to build on, a foundation to improve upon in the future. Yeah, but let's just pull this up real quick. All right, so real quick, as I wrap this show up, as you can see, Sweet 16 is coming up. Auburn against Michigan, Ole Miss, Michigan State, Florida, Maryland, Texas Tech, Arkansas. Got Kentucky and Tennessee, Houston and Purdue. BYU and Alabama, and then Duke and Arizona right there. And then if you're going to talk about the women's brackets, let me get this one up here. Excited, man. Shouts out. Before I go, I got to shout out Juju Watkins, man. I honestly, man, I got to tell you, I hated to see that shit, man. Shouts out. She was having a tremendous season, tremendous career. I was hoping I was going to get to see her in Paige Beckers. So now I have no choice but to root for Paige Beckers for the rest of the season. Man, let me see her go out on top, right? UCLA, Ole Miss, LSU, NC State right there. USC, again, shouts out to Judy Watkins. They had a big win the other day anyway without her, but it was tough. Kansas State, Oklahoma, UConn, Notre Dame, TCU, Texas, Tennessee, North Carolina, and Duke, and South Carolina and Maryland wrapped that out. And, yeah, so there's that. Oh, shoot, let me do this. For all things that are sports. I'm your boy ACS. Hope you enjoyed the show. I'll be seeing you guys next Wednesday. Georgia Sports Central out. Take it easy.